Think you're doing toe touch crunches correctly? What if I told you that the way most people perform this simple ab exercise is actually the reason they never see real results, and worse, they might even be straining their neck instead of working their core? Yeah, that easy move you've probably done 100 times, there's a very high chance you've been doing it wrong this whole time. But don't worry. By the end of this video, not only will you understand the right way to do toe touch crunches, you'll actually feel your abs working in a way you probably never have before. Let's start with something real. Most people rush straight into exercises without understanding what they're supposed to feel. They lie down, throw their legs up, start reaching for their toes and think, yep, that's abs. But here's the truth. If your neck is burning, more than your abs, if you're swinging your arms instead of controlling your core, if your lower back is lifting off the floor, you're not training your abs properly, you're just going through the motion, and that's where the problem begins. Now, before I show you the correct way, let me ask you something. Have you ever done 20, 30, even 50 reps of an AB exercise and still felt like your core didn't really work? That's not because your abs are weak. It's because your technique is leaking energy. Think of your core like the foundation of a building. If the foundation is unstable, it doesn't matter how strong the upper floors look. Everything is compromised. The same goes for your body. If your core isn't engaged properly, every rep becomes less effective. So let's break down the most common mistakes people make with toe touch crunches. First mistake, pulling with the neck. This one is huge. People interlock their fingers behind their head or strain their neck forward, trying to reach higher. What happens? Your neck muscles take over, and your abs just sit there doing half the work. Second mistake, using momentum. Instead of controlled movement, people swing their arms up fast, bounce their shoulders off the ground, and call it a rep. That's not training. That's just movement without intention. Third mistake, legs not stable. If your legs are wobbling or leaning too far back, your abs lose tension. And finally, the biggest mistake of all, no mind-muscle connection. You're moving your body, but you're not thinking about your abs doing the work. Now here's where things get interesting. I'm not going to give you the full perfect form just yet. Instead, let's fix one thing at a time so you actually understand what's happening. Start by lying flat on your back. Raise your legs straight up. Keep them as vertical as possible. Already most people will feel tension here. Good. That's step one. Now place your hands reaching toward your toes, but don't move yet. Just hold this position. Feel that? Your core is already starting to engage. That's your first light bulb moment. The exercise doesn't start when you move. It starts with how you position your body. Now slowly lift your shoulders off the ground. Not your entire back, just your upper back. This is where people mess up. They try to sit up completely, turning it into a different exercise. But toe touch crunches are about controlled contraction, not big movement. Imagine you're trying to curl your rib cage toward your pelvis. That small movement, that's where the magic happens. Let me paint you a picture. Think of your abs like a rubber band. If you stretch it too far and snap it back quickly, you lose control. But if you slowly contract it with tension, you feel its true strength. That's exactly how your abs should work here. Slow, controlled, intentional. Now let's add another layer. As you reach up toward your toes, don't just think, reach higher. Instead, think, squeeze your abs. Your hands reaching your toes is just a result. The real goal is the contraction in your core. Pause for a second at the top. Just 1 second. That pause is where most people fail. They rush back down immediately, losing all tension. But if you hold that top position briefly, you force your abs to fully engage. And now comes the descent, the part almost nobody respects. Lower yourself slowly. Don't drop. Don't relax. Control the way down like you're resisting gravity. Because that eccentric phase, that lowering part, is where a lot of muscle growth actually happens. Another light bulb moment right there. Let's talk about breathing, because this is a game changer. As you come up, exhale, push the air out, like you're fogging up a mirror. This naturally tightens your core. As you go down, inhale slowly. Most people ignore breathing, but it's like adding fuel to your movement. Now imagine doing 10 reps like this, slow, controlled, with proper breathing, full tension. Compare that to 30 fast, sloppy reps. Which one do you think will actually build stronger abs? Exactly. But we're not done yet. Let's move to intermediate level fixes. Once you've mastered the basic form, you can start adjusting your tempo. Try a 3-second lift, 1-second hold, and 3-second lower. This increases time under tension, which is key for muscle development. You can also slightly lower your legs, not fully vertical, to increase difficulty. The lower your legs go, the more your core has to work to stabilize. Now here's something advanced that most people never think about: posterior pelvic tilt. Sounds fancy, but it's simple. Slightly tilt your hips so your lower back presses into the floor. This locks your core in place and prevents cheating. It's like turning on a switch that activates deeper abdominal muscles. Let me tell you a quick story. I once trained someone who could do 100 crunches non-stop, but still complained about no abs. We fixed just one thing: slowing down and focusing on contraction. Within weeks, they said, "I've never felt my abs like this before." That's the difference between moving your body and training your muscles. Now ask yourself, are you training or just moving? Let's bring it all together. Proper toe touch crunches start with stable legs, controlled movement, no neck strain, strong core engagement, and intentional breathing. It's not about how many reps you do. It's about how well you do each one. Every rep should feel like your abs are doing the work, not your neck, not your arms, not momentum. And here's your challenge. Right now, yes, right now, drop down and try 10 perfect reps. Slow, controlled, focused. Notice how different it feels. Notice how your abs actually burn in a deeper way. That's when you know you're doing it right. Remember, progress doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing better. Stay consistent, stay focused, and keep improving one rep at a time. Your body will follow your effort. Keep going.